Alright guys, welcome back to another recap. I'm green today. I shouldn't have been green today, and that's gonna put me at a very nice week. So here is the P&L for this whole week today. Just under 5K, about $140 short of 5K. But today, again, I struggled today. I went red to green. I think the max I was done was 700. I actually ended up getting off a stream and got breakfast, came back, traded a little bit more, got myself to green, and was actually able to get myself to $500 green. But so far, I mean, the end of the week, all green week, and 5K, that's a solid week. If you guys didn't know, I do stream live every single day, completely free. I did take all trades were on Tesla except one on ARDX, which was a small winner, but I thought it was a really nice quality setup that I thought should have worked, but I'll go over that one as well. Anyways, if you guys didn't know, I stream live every single morning right here on YouTube, and by the way, I didn't give you guys a heads up because I'm kind of rewarding the people that follow me on social media, so my Instagram and inside of my Discord. I offered 10 coupons available for my course at the biggest discount I've ever offered. And if you guys actually want to see it, it's right. This is the edited Canva version of it, but I guess I can show you guys the ad. So here's my course. If you guys are interested in it, the link is down below. If you guys want this course, there's literally like 4 spots left out of 10. You got to use day trading, and if you guys want that course, then go ahead and take it before anybody else does, because there's only 4 coupons available. That is by far the biggest discount I've ever offered, so if you guys are interested, definitely take advantage of it. You get put into a private Discord, and then all of the stuff that I mentioned on here. So private Discord, A through Z, full beginner to advanced, full mentorship. It's just a one-time payment. I get that question asked a lot. You guys can send me your trades. I'd go over them and all that stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Anyways, but live stream is free every single morning right here on YouTube. Enough rambling on. Let's go over Tesla. Now, one thing for Tesla today that I want to do is clear everything. Alright, so I'm going to clear everything because I got chopped up this morning. And I immediately got chopped up this morning because I was looking for this thing to crack lower. You know, we had a huge gap down on the investor day. So it went from like 210s, 208s. Then the next day was sitting at like 186, 187. Kind of went sideways that day, and then today kind of gapped up a little bit, but I thought, looking at this daily, you know, if you look at this daily right here, that's why I have moved my camera to the side. To me, this looks like it's a gap down, trying to catch a bounce, and then eventually we're going to catch a nice short for the continuation lower, right? Just kind of close the gap, keep on going lower. And my trade today, and why the reason why I was really trying to go to the short side, is if we break into yesterday's range, which would have been this high of day yesterday, this consolidation right here on Tesla. So you can see, I mean, kind of bouncing there, had a little spike and then came back to that area, and that is the level that I was watching today. So at the open, we went right down to that level, and we were holding it and holding it and holding it. Tried pushing up the view up and then holding it and holding it. I took probably 3 or 4 trades in Tesla just in this range, so I can show you guys my trades. Just in this range, I mean, for the first, like, all of this was all red trades. Like, I didn't have like almost like a single green trade this whole time, maybe 1 or 2, but I was looking for that continuation lower, and so I shorted a couple of these pops, one against me. I think I've ended up flipping a few longs here, but then when I saw this slam right back down to 193, I'm thinking, if you see this daily, I want all of this to be resistance, right? That same level there, that same kind of wick here, kind of go back down into this range. I wanted this next red candle to push down a little bit. You know, I thought at least if we break that low, we could push down to 190. Anyways, that obviously did not happen, and so this thing went right back up, and at this point, I was already down like 400 bucks, I think, on the day by the time this came around here, or maybe 300 bucks or something like that. I wasn't taking big sides, I didn't have clarity, and then I guess we had news coming out at 9 a.m. as well, 30 minutes after open, so I thought maybe we're just going to be a little choppy. But I was already in the red, no green trades, and then this is the trade that upset me as well, because I had the perfect idea. I had it all lined up. I was looking for kind of this pre-market level, and then kind of this pivot here that we had just spiked to. And when this thing started pulling back here, if you see these 3 red candles, look at that volume. We had just confirmed we're not going down lower yesterday, right? So my initial thought on this stock of trying to get through yesterday's high day, back down into yesterday's range, create a red candle on the daily, was out the window, right? So this pops up, this starts dropping down a little bit, and at this point, I told myself I'm gonna go long on this pullback here, kind of risking a flush through VWAP, so maybe stop out down here, and I'm gonna start adding here. And I added maybe a little early. I think I took 1 stab, stopped out real quick, added lower, stopped out, and then added again, or maybe it was just twice. But I added right there, and I was in, decent size, 500 shares. I was down to $400 on the day. I just needed one good trade to stick out 500, be back to break even, or if I could trail that trade, be back in the green, couple hundred. And I jumped in it right here, 500 shares. And for some reason, this green candle, I thought it had to go. It wasn't going, kind of slapped back down. And so I ended up closing it on this candle, like right here. I even might have taken a loss or was a break-even trade. And then this thing just straight up shoots up. I got it at 195-ish, and this thing just went through this pivot, through a pre-market high, all the way up here, even hit 197. So that was about $2 a share on that trade, and I let it go. So if I had 500 shares, that would have been a $1,000 trade. When I was down $300-400 on the day, that would have been green, 200, 300, because I definitely would not have caught the whole move. But that would have put me back to green. Instead, I missed it. I got out of this trade here, and so therefore I was now sitting at $400 or $500 on red on the day. I think at this point, let me see. I don't think I saw this thing moving this much higher. So I ended up taking a couple of shorts through here. So let me go ahead and zoom in and see. Those are the only trades that I can remember, because today it was pretty choppy. You can see I kind of just just scaling in here with 300, 300, 300, 200. Nothing where I jumped in like here where I was adding 500, 500. I didn't have that big size, that big conviction. Did I say that right? I don't know. Anyways, but just choppy overall. I think I walked away, and I came back when this thing was sitting up here, and there was 2 trades that I took, three good trades that I took that were able to get me back to $500 on the green. One of them was actually a red trade, so I had decreased myself to again almost break even day, or 300, 400 red. And then on this pop here, I thought Tesla was up too much, and so when this thing started popping, oh, right here, this flat top there, when this thing started getting to this flat top, I started adding short through here. Oh, hold on, right here. As soon as this thing was having that flat top and rejected, I started adding short through here, added shorts through here, and then I got squeezed, and so I went right back down to red on the day or something like that. And so I think that's why you see this on my P&L. I did not expect that, so I got myself back to green, and then I added short through here, and then this thing just squeezed me out, and I was like, I did not think Tesla was like super strong. Like, it just randomly today, it wasn't even strong because the volume was low, but it was just strong as it was just slowly grinding up the whole time. The next trade that I took, that kind of again chopping around a little bit, scaling in and out, no big trades. I did get this one, and this is one that helped me. So again, we have a flat top, and this time had a flat top there, tried breaking out, and then this thing slammed back down. So when this thing slammed back down, keep in mind, this whole time I'm like, this has slowly been grinding. I'm looking for the backside of this stock now. So I was kind of chopping around until I could find that good trade. I might have taken this one, actually. I remember that, because then it went right up against me on my runner. So I got, that flat top there, trying to short the pop here. Got that move down, then runners got squeezed out. But then when this broke out here with this volume and then reversed right back under that 199, I ended up adding a decent amount of shorts there. Right here, I added short, and then on these tiny pops, I added short again, and then I got that move down. Very nice. So that was a nice winner there. Identifying the flat top and the false breakout there allowed me to get this little follow through here. I think I added some earlier, but mostly was this right here. So that one helped me a lot. And then the last one was when the true backside kind of started happening up here. For one, I got chopped around 200 again. So 200 kind of did the same thing. Where's 200 at? Right here. So I thought 200 would be the high of today. So when this thing got up to 200, I started adding some shorts through here. Some got stopped out, some I got that win, but the big one was here. And this flat top that you guys see right here, if you were to see this live, you would have noticed that at that point that thing was not breaking. Like, there was so many orders on the ask. As soon as this thing popped up, broke that, it slammed back down, and then the next candle used that same pivot there. So when I saw this, I think I had already added some shorts here, and then when I saw that confirmation, I added more. Cover down here, and then re-added on the pop to 200. So keeping in mind 200 was our left kind of shoulder. I don't like using head and shoulders, but sometimes it works just because it's reclaiming or rejecting the same levels that you were had already taken control of. So kind of 200 rejection, squeeze through 200, drops back down, rejects 200 again. So I added some more shorts, and those I covered down here, and that was like as soon as I got back to $400 on the day on that trade there, and I was like, I am done. So I am done trading for today. And that was it. Now I've kind of left it alone. This thing kind of tried back up again, 200, couldn't hit a new high. Then I guess it's coming right back on down. But this has been on a very uptrend all day. So, you know, something like this. And so we could be heading some more to the backside. This thing could fade down a little bit more by the end of the day. I'm not sure. The other trade that I took today, so those are kind of the trades that I took today. I know I scalped it left and right a lot up here at the beginning, so I'm not going to go over all of those, but just the main trades that, you know, my ideas of why I took those and why I didn't, and why I sized up big on the ones that I did and did not. The other trade was ARDX, and to me this looked like a quality A plus setup. You know, you have a stock that has a target, right? So you got a target of 3.6, and you end up breaking that level with pretty good volume. So you see this volume, nice volume. At some point through here, I even said this thing was strong because you had 2 rejections, and then stock still went for another leg. So my job was not to catch this because I can't take big size, you know, taking in here, risking all this move. But when this thing pulled back, this red candle's here, volume starts decreasing, goes right up to that pivot. That is where I ended up taking my entry as close as possible to that 360. And I had a good fill on this one. I think at some point it was trying to bounce here, and I was up maybe almost $100. But at that point, Tesla was heading towards this low day, which was the initial one when it went right back into that 193 zone. So it was at the same time this thing flushed, and so I was really going to try to add short here for the breakdown of that 193, and that would have been a big trade there. But I ended up closing ARDX because I didn't want to manage both at the same time, so I closed this one like almost break even, made $50 on this trade. And then I went to chase Tesla to the downside on that 193, and I lost on that one. My entry was 361, so that's about as close as I can get 360. So that was a perfect entry. Could have held it still. You see how it still held 360, and then it did pop to 369, so about 10 cents a share, but would have been $150 at the most. But on this one, the trade plan would have been try to hold for a new high of day, which would be this triple top up here. Try to hold through that high of day, and then leave some runners to see if this thing was to be strong. It could go parabolic to $4, and that would have been my next target. But $50 here. But other than that, I mean, still a decent day. So 500 today, and then overall on the week, like I said, 4.8. So if I go to detail, 4.8, almost 4.9 on the week. Pretty solid week. Pretty solid week. So if you guys like this recap, you guys leave a thumbs up, leave some comments down below. Appreciate all you guys watching that do watch on the live streams every morning, or just click on my recaps here, and hopefully you guys are getting a little bit of knowledge of the trades that I'm taking, why I'm taking them, and how fast or quickly do I stop out or leave runners. So you guys take care, have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys all on Monday, not tomorrow, Monday.